What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. I want to talk about Bow Wow, man. Bow Wow is getting some pushback due to the fact that he is against marriage. He says it's not for him. He likes his life the way it is. He's out here winning. He's, succeeding. He's in a good place. And there were people who did not understand that, mostly women. And what's interesting about that is because in society today, women have a lot of freedom. Women have a lot of freedom to do whatever it is they want to do. But the opinion of a Bow Wow and who he wants to be with, it bothers them. It causes them to get in their emotions because they're like, how dare you not want marriage? You're a guy, you're a rapper, you're successful. You're the type of guy that we are looking for to settle down with. But Bow Wow is like, I'm not looking to settle down right now. Or may not even think about marriage. It might just be, hey, I may find a woman I want to be with, but marriage is not in the cards. And men, for the most part, we have to answer for that. We have to tell them why we're not interested in marriage. The point being, men have options just like women do. Women have a lot more options, a lot more things they can do in society. Men can as well. And if a man says he doesn't want marriage, it shouldn't really get pushed back. It shouldn't really get flack, but it does because, we as men, we're not supposed to just be single and live our life. Women can be single and live their life, right? They have all the freedom to do whatever it is they want to do. But when it comes to us, we have to answer for why we're not considering marriage, even though there's not a lot of marriage ready women out here. There's a lot of women who aren't even mentally prepared for marriage. Now, look at this. According to A Showbiz, while having a Q&A session on Twitter, the 34-year-old Let Me Hold You rapper also assured his online devotees that he is right now in a good place mentally. Bow Wow has ruled out marriage, declaring that he will never get married. The Let Me Hold You rapper explained in online devotees that's just not his thing. The 34-year-old MC made the revelation during a Q&A session on Twitter. At the time, a fan first urged him to go have another baby or get married, to which he replied, "Say what? Hell no." Another fan then supported his statement, saying, "I'm with Bow Wow on this. No to marriage and more babies. Just enjoy life how you can, period." While he doesn't plan to settle down, Bow Wow, whose real name is Shada Gregory Moss, made it clear that he has nothing against folks who get married. He further explained, I guess I just know myself, and that life is not the life for me. And that life is not the life for me. My life is perfect the way it is. When one user asked why he came up with the idea, out of my system, Spitter elaborated, "Just not my thing. I like my peace. I like my space. I like spending my money on me and my daughter." He then quipped, "I haven't had a headache in 3 years." During the Q&A session, Bow Wow also noted that he is in a good place mentally. He detailed, "I'm so numb to things now. I won't let anyone interfere with my happiness. That took some time. I just started this 3 years ago. Next year will be year 4 of just no bad press, no mess, and I'm learning how to fall back." Bow Wow previously engaged to Erica Mena, however, they called it off in late 2015. He also famously dated Sierra, Angela Simmons, Keisha Cole, Black China, Kayomi, and Joy Chavis, with whom he shares a 10-year-old daughter with. Listen, Bow Wow is entitled to not want to be in a marriage. Marriage isn't everything, people. Marriage isn't everything. Marriage isn't for everybody. And ain't for him. I've never seen Bow Wow as a marrying type. If I was to see anybody, one of his contemporaries, is more of a marrying type, I would say Romeo Miller is more of a marrying type than Bow Wow is. Bow Wow is not the marrying type. You're not going to see him going out here and marrying and wifing up someone. Now, he did get engaged years ago, but I think he learned his lesson and he realized, I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that. I don't need to be wifing up None of these women like this, especially women who are in the industry, because you never know who likes you for you. You never know what woman is with you because of you. And I think he understands that. He understands that you're not really going to know who cares about you, or they care about what they can get from you. Unfortunately, these guys have to wonder whether these women really rock with them, or they're just with them just because of who they are, which is unfortunate. But that's where we've gone to. This is where we're at. Especially men who are successful, men who've been in the industry, and people are gonna now. There are gonna be some people who are gonna look at this and they're gonna say, I don't care who Bow Wow dates. Yes, you do, because it wouldn't have been any pushback. Now, there was another thing that happened. It's according to Yahoo News. Bow Wow forgot his son. Bow Wow has a 1-year-old that he had with the woman that he was having relations with. He had just found out, I believe, that he is the father. And they were outraged because he didn't mention his son. Well, let me say this. He doesn't have to, because he doesn't have that much of a relationship with his son. He probably takes care of his son. I don't know the details of that situation. It has just been him and his daughter. It's been him and his daughter, and that's been his main focus. But again, we don't know what's going on between him and the newest baby mother. But again, that's a mistake that Bow Wow made. Bow Wow has not made the best choices in women, as we have seen, especially recently. He hasn't made the best choices in women. And he hasn't made the best choices, period. Impregnating a woman that you're not even in a relationship with, you're just sleeping with her, when you know you have a lot to lose. A lot of these guys think that because these women are promiscuous, that, man, that ain't gonna be my baby. But this is his child. And there were people who didn't like the fact that he didn't bring up his son. But again, did he really have to? Did he really have to bring his son up? This is about him and the fact that he does not see marriage as viable, and it isn't. For a young, successful man, marriage is not viable anymore. Marriage is not viable. And I think women are starting to figure it out. Women are starting to figure it out that these guys are they're not the men of 40, 50 years ago, because women aren't the same, or they're not acting the same way. They are about being single, strong, and independent. Men are like, okay, we've adapted, we've adjusted, and we're going to put our happiness first, because men have always put the happiness of women first. Always. They've always looked to make women happy instead of making themselves happy. And I think that guys like Bow Wow are done with that. They're done trying to make women happy. They want to make themselves happy. And I have no problem with that at all. There are some people that's going to have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. You should choose your own happiness above anybody else's. And that's what Bow Wow is doing. So let me see in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.